Welcome back, and today I'm going to do a barn tour vlog. Now this video has been requested by one of my friends from school that she watches my channel, and she requested this vlog, and I'm finally getting to it, so that's good. And then here's Skaska. I've gotten her reins tied up, but she looks sleepy. Skaska. She looks sleepy. But yeah, so I think first we're going to start off like at the end, because I'm not touring all of those fields because I don't really use those fields in my videos. So I just thought I would do like the two barns that I use mostly, and then I'll do like two big fields and like one little like small paddock. So yeah. Alright, so first we have this small like paddock thingy, and we just like put the cow's feet over here. And Scott has two cow friends. I think we're gonna sell them. And then here's the feed that we put in here. And then we have this little haystack for the winter, and it's very, very, very cold, guys. So yeah, and then we'll just walk, and straight ahead is like, I sometimes put Sky in here in the summertime just because, you know, grass is growing in here. Usually the grass grows where we just were. Like usually it grows right there in this little area too. I usually just put Sky in here, and I'll close that gate and that gate together, and then we have this little gate on the side, and then we have this post in here because two cats like to go in there and they drowned. But yeah, so there's Lottie, one of our cats. And then we have the light switch. It's not on right now, but we'll just turn it on. So yeah, we have this little wash bay area. Scott doesn't really like the barn anymore, so I usually just brush her and groom her outside. But back there, Scott's stall. That little like hay net. I don't know if y'all can see. Right there is Scott's stall. And then if you go through here, and this is like a cow thingy where you like give them shots and stuff. So yeah, and then over here is like my grooming / tack barn stuff. And I'm not going back there because right there is where all of the raccoons and skunks and all of the stuff is just no telling what can pop out on you while you're in the barn. But I'm not going back there. But back there we just have hay. So there's not much back there and stuff, but we do have a little bit. And then if we walk over here, this is literally just like it's basically another stall, because you can close that gate and it'll be a stall and stuff. And this is Sky's second stall. It's bigger. It's just two stalls, and then just that over there is like a tractor and like old stuff that we like to like keep and stuff. And there's hay bales, and that's it for first barn. But this is like a little paddock thingy that I use for Skaska. And then if we walk out of the little paddocks, and this is literally like the road. I don't know if y'all can see, there's a road right there. And this is just like the big field. Like it's just the big field that I use in some of my vlogs. But if we walk back here, I'm not going all the way up there, but there's another side of the barn. It's kind of like a stall, and it's like right there. I'm not going all the way back there. But I will go in this little paddock thing because for y'all to see, there's not much stuff there, but there is some stuff. I don't really use this much. We usually use it just to put like cows in and stuff, but I don't really put Sky in here. If I do, it's usually in the summertime, not really in the wintertime. And then over here is just like another paddock, and it's connected. And we have like two gates to go over there. Okay, so we've toured the part that I usually use. It's like brush her, the part that I use for filming. And I don't really like use it as much, but I do use it some. And there's like over there is where the cows go and give them shots and stuff. And here's Skuska. She's very sleepy. And then I have to go through all this mud. Well, I'm not going through the mud, but this is her pen thingy pasture for the winter time. And she can come through here, go to that barn, and she uses this for the winter time. And there's trees down there. That's usually where she's at. But this is her pasture for the winter time. And then she has a big pasture for the summertime. And then here's my grooming kit. Here's Sky. And then the lane just goes all the way down there, and then it connects to my neighbor's farm. And here's like the big pasture. And there's the big building. So yeah, and then this lane just goes up to the cattle guard, and it stops the cows from going in there. I don't know if y'all can see, but I'm blocking out the house. But here is where you come in at, and then here's like the big old like small pasture and stuff. We don't really use that for much. And then there's like basically nothing. And then here's like where we put the feed in for the cows and stuff. I don't know if it's been refilled yet, but I know that's just where we get the feed from. And then we have a building that's out. Alright, so now the big barn is right here. That's the big barn. And then here's the water thingy. And then if you go out here, here's the link to like the equipment shed thing. But yeah, and then here's the trailer. And then here's like this random barn. There's just like random things in here. I don't really go in here in the summertime because there's no point. Like there's literally, there's snakes in here and everything. I'm scared something's gonna jump out at me. But nothing's in here really. One time the roof got blown off by a tornado, and we had to put it back on. But luckily it was okay. But here's the trailer. There's the side door. Please try to like take up the cows. Stuff. Right here it is. Nothing much to see. But that's pretty much all my tour. I'm not touring the big barn because there's like literally nothing in there except for bags of feed and a workbench. And I usually put my horse grooming kit either in my tack room or the back of my Jeep, and the truck's running right now, so I apologize for that. Okay guys, so I have Sky in her little pen, but I'm going to take her bridle off. I need a bit to it. I might get that a little bit later. Oh, Sky. Okay, she's wanting out. There she goes. And you're off. Alright, you guys, so I have her bridle right here. And I'm going to get the groom kit. It has food on it because Sky decided to put her mouth on it. And I'm going to take this to the Jeep because the place in my tack room, it's like, I don't know what it is, but like there's raccoons, and sometimes they come out after like we left and stuff. I don't really like to go down there, and I don't want to risk getting bitten by a skunk or a raccoon because there were skunks. So I'll put this in the back as well with my bridle, if I can get it in. Okay. No. Okay. That boat's gonna close. Okay. Just put this right there. And that's all for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.